what he
So we're
does,
talking about the Maze Runner.
what he does, he broke so many rules that he broke a lot of rules.
Thomas broke a lot of rules
Yeah.
in order to survive.
No. Not to survive. Well, kind of. He wasn't a runner. A runner means you have to go into the maze to find a way out.
Mm-hmm.
But the bad thing about the maze is that every night it moves.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that video you showed.
Yeah, and funny. Yeah, I funny is.
Yeah, it's like funny. And that the maze was moving, even though it was real people.
It was probably someone walking in a bush, right?
Yeah.
And so they blocked the entrance,
And the exit.
and then the other bush moves, so the
He's
maze
trapped.
changes, and the person was trapped.
So he failed the game.
But
I wanna
but
do
he really
something like
didn't.
that.
He really didn't. He was tricked. There was no way of winning that if the bushes move. In iFunny.
But every night the things, the doors closed, and they always moved the maze.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is that one night the doors didn't close,
Mm-hmm.
and the griefers came out. Both ends of the camp,
Mm-hmm.
the doors opened,
Mm-hmm.
and the griefers came out and killed a lot of people. But the only ones that survived. By the way, there was a black guy.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot his name.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Let them take these guys away from here," because he knew everything what was going on. He knew what Thomas was doing there. He knew that Thomas used to work for the people in the lab.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the he was one of the people that had the other guys trapped inside. Since kids, they
Mm-hmm.
were being studied on.
So it was like a colony that lived in a maze.
No, not inside the maze. It was outside the maze. But both ends
Mm-hmm.
of the camp
Mm-hmm.
were doors.
Oh.
And then behind those doors were a huge maze. But he was the second smartest in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
There was a girl that was the first smartest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're kind of neutral, but...
Do you know what type of movie I would classify this as?
Action.
Action. But there are 6 plots. Man against the world and wins. Did the hero win at the end?
Sort of.
Okay.
Well, actually, no.
Man against the world and loses,
Well,
then is
it's
the other
kind of-
topic.
It's kind of like neutral.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end, the boss of the whole operation, before they left the whole site,
Mm-hmm.
they saw a video that she said explained everything. Then she supposedly shot herself. But then, at the end, when they were taken by military guys and they were taking them somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
they had no idea. And she was alive. I was like, what? And she said they took the bait. So it's time to put stage 2. That was the stage 1. The whole movie was just stage 1.
As my
3
brain,
years. He said the runners were looking for 3 years and failed to look for an exit.
so there was no exit.
There was, but it wasn't to exit the maze.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they were looking for. And Thomas was one of the only people that could extinguish a griefer. He had brains in the beginning. Then he kind of lost them.
Mm.
What I think the griefers do if they catch someone is bring it back to the lab. I'm
Oh.
not so sure though. I'm not. It didn't say.
Well, do you know how in other movies I've seen about gods, like the Greek movies,
Yeah.
and
A
they
woman.
would look down on something like little toy soldiers,
Mhm.
And they would say, we will move this monster here, and we will move this hero here, and we'll give him a helmet so he can become invisible. We'll give him a sword. We'll give him a shield. Remember that movie?
No.
Pegasus?
No.
And so the lab is, the scientists are looking at, without seeing this movie, the scientists are controlling what people do and studying human behavior. But humans do that, don't we? We study tribes in the Amazon, right?
Mm-hmm.
One other thing that someone would say the rich people do it. The real rich. They say, well, we'll close this factory here and we'll open it up in another country. That's messing around with people's lives, isn't it?
Yeah.
Then there are no jobs. And to me, not having a job is okay because there is still work to do. Somebody's got to cook, somebody's got to clean, and somebody's got to teach the children, right?
Yeah.
And if you can have a cow, chickens, then you can have a nice life without ever seeing a dollar. If you can go fishing. I saw a video where a fisherman threw his net, a circular net, attached with a rope. And then when he pulled it in, you know how many fish he had? He had more than 20 little fish, you know? He put them in a basket. But what makes it so interesting is that he didn't catch one, you know, like I was expecting. Oh, maybe. And instantly he just threw it. He went to check it, and instantly he had a whole bunch. Your Uncle Johnny in Honduras, his name is Jose Steve Caron, all right? He told me that that is called an ataraya, if I remember the word correctly. I was 16 years old. Ataraya. It means a circular fishing net with stones so that it will sink. The little stones are on the edge of the net.